Hello, and welcome to Renew. My name is TJ Walker. Renew is a show about the College of Forest Resources at Mississippi State University. In the College of Forest Resources, we work to promote and enable the conservation, management, and wise use of our diverse natural resources. In our college, we have 3 departments, and today we're going to learn a little bit more about the Department of Sustainable Bioproducts. Here with me today, I have Dr. Stokes. Welcome to the show. All right, so we'll dive right in. So tell me about your background and how you landed at Mississippi State University.
You might say I am a Mississippi State University legacy. My mother is an alumni.
Okay.
I have a background in biology and microbiology and in environmental sciences. So I had the opportunity to do my PhD here in the 2000s, early 2000s, and when an offer came to join the faculty in sustainable bioproducts, I jumped on it very quickly and love what we do there. We're a very diverse group, so it's a wonderful unit to be a part of.
Okay. So what do you enjoy most about being a faculty member?
Probably working with the students. We get such a wide variety of students from all over the U.S., from all over the world. We have opportunities to work with everybody in almost every field. We like to say that there's no interest area that we can't find a niche for.
Okay. So with your involvement as a faculty member and your involvement with students, are you connected to any professional organizations like the Forest Products Society?
Yes, I am. I am a member of the Forest Products Society. I'm also a member and committee chair for the American Wood Protection Association. Okay. We work with the Southern Pressure Treaters Association very closely. Okay. We work with Mississippi lumber manufacturers and a variety of other specialty organizations.
Okay. So I've done a little research, not much, but a little, and I've read about cross-laminated timber, CLT.
Yes.
And I know that it's emerging as a popular material of choice for residential and commercial structures. What is CLT?
So CLT is a product of Europe from the 1990s. This is what we consider a mass timber product, meaning this is a large-scale piece of material. This is not a piece of material that you would go to Lowe's or Home Depot and ever purchase. This is heavy construction material. CLT, cross-laminated timber, was originally or often referred to in the early days as plywood on steroids.
Wow. Because
it is made in a similar way, but it uses full-size lumber to make each layer. It is meant to be an intact wall when it arrives on site. You don't have to piece it together. The wall is this piece of CLT. We started having an interest in it when it became used around North America in 2014-15. Okay. It entered the International Building Code in 15, and so we started researching then.
Okay. So I also read that CLT has gained attention from the green building movement. Why is that? How does it compare in price to like regular lumber?
So CLT is not extensively used in North America for residential structures at the moment. It might be soon. It is a large-scale building product, so it is priced for apartment buildings, condos, industrial buildings, shopping centers, that type of thing. There are about 1,800 different CLT buildings, either in design or in works across North America. Including all over the South. There's a set of condos in Jackson. There's some dorms at the University of Arkansas. Price-wise, they're 2 different baskets of material. You would never go and purchase CLT to build your home, but you might invest in a CLT building if you are a contractor looking to build an apartment building or a set of condos.
Okay. So with these large structures like apartment buildings, is CLT better for the environment compared to concrete or steel?
So CLT does something special that concrete and steel cannot do. Okay. CLT captures carbon because it is made of wood. So wood is about 50% carbon by nature. Okay. So when trees take in carbon dioxide as they're growing, it captures that carbon in its cells. It uses the carbon to build wood cells. And as the cells are built, the tree grows. And when we cut the tree down to make a product with it, the carbon is still there. So we call that carbon capture. It is there for the life of the wood, as long as that wood is intact. So even when we put it into a building product like CLT, the carbon is still there. So we have captured that carbon and removed it from the atmosphere for the lifespan of that product.
Okay. So with carbon capture, how does that benefit me or our communities?
So the way carbon capture is a net positive is that it reduces the amount of carbon dioxide overall that is put into the atmosphere. So trees naturally do this.
Right.
So as long as we don't destroy that tree by burning it or something like that, we use it as a product, the carbon is there forever.
Okay, nice. So there's a building that I was reading about called the Brock Commons.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that?
So Brock Commons is currently the tallest CLT hybrid structure in North America. It's 17 stories. It has a concrete foundation and has concrete elevator shafts, and the rest is glulam and CLT. It is on the campus of the University of British Columbia, Vancouver. Okay. It is a mixed-use building. It was completed in about 9.5 weeks, and with a crew of, I think, 9 people. Wow. It is a very rapid method of building. It works in many different kinds of environments. It's very good for urban settings, very good for vertical building. It's a really versatile product.
Gotcha. So you mentioned that CLT usage will be coming to the United States more and more as time progresses. So we're going to need trained professionals who understand CLT, who are doing research on CLT. So what does that mean for students who come to Mississippi State to major in sustainable bioproducts?
The students in our program have a unique opportunity. Okay. We have a functional CLT press. We are able to manufacture 8-foot by 4-foot pieces of CLT for the students to learn how to design the CLT, how to manufacture it, how to finish it, how to prepare it for transportation, all of the design values, all of the strength values, mechanical properties. Students can learn all about the entire process in our program.
Okay. So you mentioned testing,
yes.
And I know broadly speaking in the Department of Sustainable Bioproducts, there's all kind of tests that go on. And I read an article that you were a part of, and there was some termite testing going on.
Yes.
So how do we use termites for testing in sustainable bioproducts?
So we test with termites that are native to our area. Okay. Across the U.S., we have termites all over the place. Mm-hmm. In Mississippi, we have a particularly tough time with termites, and in the South, because they like warm weather, slightly damp, so our environment is very good for them. We have a native group of termites, few native species, and we take our materials to the forest to put them in place so that the termites in their native habitat can attack or not attack as they choose to, and then we observe how the termites have interacted with that piece of wood. So with CLT, what we did was we took some untreated, unprotected CLT that nothing special had been done to, and we took them out to one of our field sites, which our students get to work on as well, and we left it for about 3 years. And after a year, there was some damage, and after 3 years, there was hardly any material left. So unprotected CLT in the South is a problem for termites. Now, as long as you protect it and design with it correctly, not a problem at all.
Okay. So how can we protect the wood? There are certain chemicals we can use?
There are several different ways. Okay. So the first is design. And we work closely with the School of Architecture here. Okay. And we talk to our students about using CLT appropriately in design. Don't put it in contact with the soil. This is the first step. Okay. That's where the termites are. So keep it away from the soil. So that's why we have concrete foundations to get the CLT up off the ground. Another is prevent water from getting to it. So we discuss with the students how to stop water from getting into the wood. So we might have a large overhang on a building, or we might apply a coating or a protective sealant to the outside. Many different ways we can do it.
Gotcha. So kind of switching gears, but still talking about our department broadly. In the College of Forest Resources and in the Department of Sustainable Bioproducts, our students, our faculty members, we're solving problems. Are there any gaps? Are there any issues that haven't been tapped into that you see prospective students may need to be thinking about in the future?
Oh, there are so many. We are a traditional wood science program, and we have always been that, and we're very good at that. We're also very good at leaning into the new areas. So one of our new areas is artificial intelligence. And we have a number of faculty who are working on developing artificial intelligence resources to identify problems in wood, to identify areas of possible failure, or detecting water before it's a problem, or detecting termite damage before it's a problem. Okay. Identifying different issues with the quality of wood that is coming from a manufacturer or things like that. Gotcha. So AI has been one of our newest pushes. Social areas are also another one. We have recently had some students do work in social media applications regarding wood or natural resources, and did some wonderful publications from surveying people about wood use or natural resource use.
Gotcha. So it sounds like there's a lot of research opportunities for students, especially in that STEM-focused areas. I think sometimes when we're talking about the College of Forest Resources, students and parents may not realize that we're STEM-related fields.
Yes.
And so for any prospective students out there, parents out there who are thinking about opportunities for your students, they can definitely find a place here. Is that safe to say?
I will say it again. There's almost I have yet to run into an interest area of a student that we can't find a fitting for. Okay. Our students do everything from computer science to construction and design to my students work in the environmental area. Okay. We develop new materials from plant-based products. We develop new glues and adhesives. We had a student recently who had an interest in using wood to build musical instruments. Wow. He did some fascinating work. We do international trade. We work a lot with international companies to identify protected species around the world so that we don't accidentally import them into the U.S. We do lots of things like that. And we also still maintain our traditional wood science. So we talk about using pine in the Southeast. We talk about the value of the wood that we grow here in Mississippi. Okay. So there are so many areas. Nice. We also do furniture. There's a spot for everyone.
Understand. Well, Dr. Stokes, I thank you so much for sharing information about the Department of Sustainable Bioproducts, about your journey to Mississippi State, and about the opportunities for students who may join us in the future.
Thank you so much, teacher.
No problem. That's been our show for today, and we'll see you next time.